Hi, welcome to Strokes True Pedal. I'm Vishnu.
I'm Alex. Morning.
Today we'll be talking about riding and living with hypertension and diabetes.
Good morning. Basically, I'm Alex from Selangor. Come all the way to PD just to see him. Okay, basically I'm having a diabetic for I think it's now I'm 44 years old. I think it's more than like 20 years of diabetic because I have my first test diabetic test is on 25 years old. Then I only found out that I have hypertension and diabetic. So basically, long words short saying will be from insulin patients to become a medication patients, and from 120 kilos to become now, which is I having like 85 kilos of weight. So I think you do the math, do the calculations yourself. It took me 9 years, almost 10 years to become today. Okay, back to you, Vishnu.
Yep, very similar to Alex's story. I don't have diabetic, I have hypertension. In fact, I suffered 2 strokes, one 12 years ago, where I was weighing in about almost 90 plus kilos, and bad eating habits. Even though I'm a vegetarian, it doesn't mean that you're a good, cleaner health.
Not say a good clean health. It's actually like not a healthy diet.
Not healthy diet, exactly. So we I think in short, or rather the change of habits, dieting habits, change of lifestyle and whatnot. I suffered a second stroke on New Year's Day 2018. I think that prompted me to be a bit more serious in terms of my lifestyle. And one of the major changes I did was actually losing weight. From the first stroke, 90 plus kilos. Second stroke, in between that I was almost 75 kilos. Now I'm actually 62 kilos. So basically for people like us, once we are in the normal BMI range, things will start to change. And
Actually, I'm not yet.
not yet, yeah, but slowly. So
I mean, it's for me. I think it's the BMI is slightly off tune based on the research that I found from YouTube, and some doctors did mentions. Because I seen in certain hospitals, government hospitals, we support government hospitals. Okay?
yep,
Basically, what they explain to us is the BMI will be slightly different because we are athletes. Not say we are athletes, we are cyclists, or we call it athletes. So basically, is how do I put it? You have to calculate differently because you must calculate the muscles mass, which is from fat to become a muscles that carry weights also. So when they calculate the BMI, it's based on your weights. It's also you have to base on water retentions in your body, your bone weights, and your fats. That's how they count BMI. But how the actual count, I'm not too sure because I don't look at it, because I never can get the recommended BMI, which is 75 kilos, unless I really cut everything. Yes, I know that a lot of people say I can do it, but for me, that is what's the topic's about today.
yep. Very similar to Alex's story. Even for me as well, from being overweight, now technically being under the so-called BMI range of 62 kgs, I find that my medication initially was 2 times a day. Now it's gone down to 1 time a day, which is the morning medication. So these are the things whereby riding as part of our lifestyle actually improve.
Yeah, correct. Is have to be self-determination. Don't give up so fast. You will see the result for I think it's about 1.5 months if you really having a strict diet on yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What basically we come back to the same. Come back to the long story short, because I know YouTube that you need to be very short and very powerful informations. Okay, basically what we first started, that determination is very important. Secondly is don't give up so fast. Okay, never give up. Don't. I've been fat before, 120 kilos. Basically, I have few photos. A lot of people say it doesn't look fat when I'm 120 kilos. I say yeah, because I'm wearing a white shirts, not white, not WHITE. Is baju besar. Okay, so basically is we take very less rice. Yes, when people who are having diabetic hypertension, most basically caused by sugars, and also you must understand that fried things also does cause a lot of diabetics. Just simply because that the flour is contain sugars, so you must know which sugars that you can take and which sugar you can't take. You still need sugars. But some people say keto diets can help diabetic to improve. Yes, or natural meditations will improve. It depends on each individual people. So which one's suitable for you, and go for it and enhance it. Whereby cycling will be slightly later part. To be honest with you, and carry a lot of bikes. Okay. So how about you, Vishnu?
Similar to Alex's story, my approach is slightly different. For me, I went to like a semi-keto diet, totally cut off rice, totally cut off even bread as well, even wholemeal grain bread as well, totally cut off. So being 70 plus kg about 2 years ago, now to 62 kgs. My diet has completely changed. I've gone more into juicing, taking stuff like like roasted black garlic at night before I sleep. So all these small traditional way of taking medication have improved my health. So long story short, why cycling? Well, cycling helps me coordinate my balance, and it's also an overall sport for your arms and your legs, and also a bit of cardio as well, depending whether you're going to climb up the hill or not. But cycling is a low impact sport that actually helped me improve overall, especially in my balance. Initially as a stroke survivor, not just once but twice, my balance have been off tune to quite a fair bit. And from riding a mountain bike, which is a safer bike to ride as a stroke patient, as my balance is not yet tuned back to normal, even to today it's like almost 90% tuned. 10% I'm still improving because of cycling, because of riding. So recently, just before Chinese New Year, I got a road bike, and riding a road bike is a different feel, different setup, and that road bike has actually helped me improve my balance. And riding in a group, like we do almost every weekend sometimes, of course riding in a group makes a big difference because you got people to support you as well if anything happens to you. So for me, riding is actually my way of life now.
Okay, so basically, I mean what Vishnu did say about riding mountain bikes, not just only mountain bikes. It can be foldies, it can be road bikes. Okay, so nowadays we don't see as, we call it cycling. Don't call it as riding mountain bikes or whatever. That will make people confusing, think that only mountain bike can help. No. Cycling and swimming for diabetic patients or hypertension patients will be helped, provided you must know what is yourself. Like, for example, you know where is your maximum heart rate. Okay, this one will be further explained in the next sections or in the next video. We need to ask some professionals. We tell you our experience, how we manage our heart rate, just basic for our how do I put it, for our self concept. It doesn't apply to anybody else because each individual have their own kind of
Training.
own kind of body how to say it?
Frequency,
Not
because
say frequency, it's something like how you
manage
how
your own
maximum
body.
that you can able to work it out.
Yeah.
You cannot over it.
Yeah.
You can slightly over it, but not frequently. So, and then about diets. Okay, a lot of people say that what Vishnu is not fully, I think is not in the keto diet. Yes, it is true. For keto diet person, this is not the story. The story mainly why I do these things is because that I cycling for almost 10 years and I seen a lot of riders, yes, treat as a diabetic, because we don't tell people say I'm a diabetic or I'm a hypertension person or I'm a stroke person. Never. Nobody will tell it. So people to treat you as normal as they are, and a lot of people conceptions or misunderstood, where people who having a diabetic or hypertension, they have themselves to take extra care for themselves. Where you ridings, if you want to push it, you need to fill up yourself. That's the main thing that why that we need to talk about diabetics and hypertension, because it's related. Because why diabetics cause the blood to be thick. When the blood is thick, heart have to pump harder and faster and more beats. That's where the hypertension comes in. So that's why off topic a bit, why insurance don't want to cover a person who having a diabetic patients. Okay, you see. Alright, I think everybody knows about it. Just to give you some good idea about it. Then how you start it as a ride. Never mind, just get a 1,000 plus
Any bicycle, yeah. Just
or single fixie bike or any steel
Yeah.
bikes. Just try it out. Don't give up. 1 week once, or for me when I started to ride it's like 1 week 3 times. 5 km every day I ride except Saturday, Sunday, family days, okay? So every day after work I ride for 5 km for about like 30 minutes, because when you start you will feel tired, you feel don't know leg pain, numb. That's okay, because once you used to it, your leg used to it, it will not happen again. Okay, it will not happen unless you stop for like 1 year or 6 months. For us, for me, don't say for us, for even for me, stop for MCO for 1.5 months, my leg will pain. Why? Because we used to exercise, and if we don't exercise, we feel uncomfortable. So we come back to the topics that what Vishnu having the keto diets. Yes, definitely he is not like on keto diet, but what suits him will be the best ingredient or the main factor to lose your weight, to control your sugar levels, and to control your heart rate, heartbeats. That's the main thing. The cycling is to enhance it further, because our body will basically, for women, if I'm not mistaken, is 1,005 calories consumed per day. For a male like us, 40 over years old, we still need about 2,002 calories per day, or 2,000 per day. The lowest will be like 1,009. But if you take a lot, definitely you won't calculate like my calculation, because last 5 years I was use an apps called MyFitnessPal. Every single food I jot down, every single calories I jot down, every ride I jot down. That's how I enhance further. But it makes my life is like fucking boring. To be honest, it's really fucking boring. So, I mean, this is how you balance up yourself. Okay, if you don't have time, like Vishnu's, okay, like me also, I have to taking care of my business. So I take this opportunity to explain to you why I do this video. It's not for asking people to sponsor both of us. It's the main thing is to let people who having a diabetics, who have hypertension, feel free to call us, to come and ride with us. That cycling, even though you have diabetics, we will guide you how you maintain, how you manage yourself. And this is my way and all Vishnu way, whereby he will do more video than me, because I only have limited time. So come back to about, we talk about like why we talk about some parts about cadence and speeds. Okay, when you start to run, don't think about speeds. Don't think of anything. Think about your own self first. Remember, a diabetic is, you have to take extra care. You can ask doctor. Doctor will definitely tell you that cycling, swimming will be the best exercise for a patient like us. Simply is because that you having a heavy weight and your leg is very pressure when, like for example, you have 110 kilo, 120 kilos, your leg is supporting the whole body of you. So swimming, why it's so good is because the buoyancy. You have zero gravity buoyancy in the swimming pool. So when you swim, you still work it out. You don't feel sweat, but you still burn. Maybe if you aggressively, you might be burned like 600 calories per hour if you aggressive. For cycling is different. Cycling, you don't do something like a lot of people do, like normal people do. Cycle like 10 km, we take photo, minum teh tarik, makan kuih, then cycling another 10 km, minum teh tarik. For us, yes, we need sugars, but the thing is, we are not emphasized on a lot of sugars. When we ride, I just tested out. I don't know how about Vishnu. Myself is, when you ride, you tend to need to fill up yourself. I try it a few times. It's success. Extra enhanced. You can try a small piece of chocolate, a Cadbury or whatever it is. I'm not promoting brandings, okay? But a small piece of chocolate, any chocolates. Try not to buy the chocolate is very cheap. Getting a big piece of chocolate, you can cut it very small, or you're getting a small pack of peanuts or peanut butters. Put inside your bag or whatever it is to cycle. When you start to feel hungry, not say feel hungry, you count yourself. For me, every 30 minutes, I will take one piece of chocolate or one small pack of peanut butters. So, I don't know how about you, Vishnu. I mean,
Very similar to Alex's way of doing things, but since I'm not a diabetic person, I'm a hypertension person. My hypertension used to be pretty high, 160, 180, over 100, 110. So that's considered a high risk. So by cycling, and of course with the right dietary habits and whatnot, right? I don't want to push myself, like, sometimes when we go out riding, right? Of course we have friends who are strong cyclists. We have the tendency like, oh my god, I need to catch up with them because they are faster and whatnot. It is not the way.
I think this is one of the part of the way that you don't push yourself too much. But for cycling is, you tend to have temptations to push to yourself. So basically, what cycling helps you, why they say cycling helps you to on your hypertensions or people who are having a stroke, because you exercise. Once you exercise, your muscle is moving. When you start moving, you tend to have the tendency to reflex back the muscles that has been spoiled. They build it back slowly. Of course, how fast is depends on individuals. Nobody knows it.
Nobody knows it.
Okay,
because,
so that's why the doctor said why cycling and swimming is good, because you pump the heart. You see, when a person who are athletes, okay, they will tend to have how do I put it? They tend to have a better heart. Means
better flexible heart rate, flexible heart in a way that
it's not so flexible. It's like your heart rate will tend to get slower. Heartbeat get slower.
Your resting heart rate.
Yes, not resting. It's normal heart rate. Resting heart rate is when you want to sleep. When the heart rate go to the lowest, it's called resting heart rate. But when you are normal working, your heart no need to pump that frequently at that much strength. We don't know how much the pumping will be having. But based on the beats, we know that. Let's say like you're driving a 1.5cc cars, okay? When you keep on rev on 2000 rev, it's still okay. But if you keep on pushing for 100 beats for 5 to 6, it's almost to the red zone, you will sooner or later, you don't need to get a diabetic or hypertension, you will sooner burst yourself, like what you see now. A lot of people just starting to ride and collapse. See you in another world.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, okay, see, we will, you see, you found out the news that people who die from diabetics and hypertension, where? They don't die at the cycling. They don't die at a crash. They die at the crash because they're driving or whatever it is. They never die at the cycling, or they are doing work, or they are doing exercises. Why? Because we taking care of our heart, because we have heart problems, we have diabetics. We tendency to taking care more than the individual people. So this is applied to people that looking at our channels, that I hope that
This not just this diabetic or hypertension, I think this applies to everyone
Yeah,
as well.
correct,
Because
correct.
sometimes, you know, you may look healthy, you may seem healthy, you may look fit or whatnot, right? The other issue is also because of stress. We see a lot of athletes, you know, who do swimming, cycling, running, whatever not, right? Suddenly just dropping off like flies, dying.
I think that is very less cases.
Yeah.
Why? Simply because that they are paid to do that. So they are
No,
stressed.
I'm talking about those, like, you know, who are doing this as a hobby. See, sometimes, like, we see so many
Yeah,
cyclists
correct,
just falling
correct.
off, dropping off from nowhere, getting heart attack and whatnot. You know, and they seem fit on the outside, but internally, because they have other stresses or whatnot, we do not know. So
Because you never know the heart that
yeah.
when they tell you to stop.
top. So things,
Actually,
yeah.
there's the indications, but
Yeah.
you all don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So for us, right, when we go out and ride, of course, being diabetic and myself hypertension as well, you know, I don't tend to push myself too much. Like, okay, like my heart rate is about, when I'm riding, is about 146. Even if I go up the hill, it's about 167, 170, whatever not. I don't push it too much to 190, you know, for the next 10 minutes. That's asking for trouble. So if you
Actually,
want,
it's not
yeah.
asking for trouble. I mean, what as a starting, what Vishnu do is correct. You slowly increase your thing, not push. You can push,
but not too
follow your heart, whatever
Yeah.
capable of. Don't. I know a lot. I think some of the athletes will say, "Oh no, you should put this, put that." Come on, we know our body. You know your body much more than us. Okay, so please don't straight away jump into conclusion that we don't want to push. We wanted, because the more we push a bit, the better the
Better it
performance is. The more fat we can burn.
Yeah, but it's slow and steady process. It's not a
Yes,
fast
we
process.
take maybe normal people, they will take like 2 years, 3 years to get what they are having now. Like I have a group from very mid-range riders, which is I call is like average speed about 26 all the way to 30. Now they become 30 to 30 plus riders, just like less than a year, because they know what they are doing. And of course, I don't know whether they know that their body is, because most of them, and you see, for diabetic person, hypertension, body checkup is nothing, macam makan sayur. But for a normal human being, they scared to see the report if anything happened. Serious, when we both kena things the time, we don't know how to face it. So, well, I mean, that's the fact. We are diabetic person, we are like that. So that's why we put in the when we ride, why we have to put in spin more compared to your speed. It can be very light. I think today will be slightly just give you some beginning stage, because there's a lot of things to talk about, and I don't want to make the audience to be boring, or people who will watch our YouTube to be feel boring. So the next topic, we will try to get a professional doctor
Yeah.
to sit down with us, to see us how our diabetics person. I will bring along some gadgets for people to see how we test ourselves, and from there we will ask the doctors opinions whether we need to push it or not to push it, because if we talk, we just only talk more with our
On
experience.
yeah.
So I think to cut it short, I think today we will end our section today. For the next sections, Vishnu will be do another a small short YouTube review to see whether we can invite doctors. You know, doctors. See, doctors. Okay, we're always having a doctor's attitude. Sorry to say that. I mean, just a joke. Okay, so I mean, hopefully that we will see in the next sections. And if you like it, please subscribe and put a thumbs up. Okay, see you for the next section.
Yep.
Take care.
Yep. Whatever it is, enjoy your ride, take your time, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.